how to start this. Tell me where your heart is. Mine's been torn apart since I found out the hard way. It was never my way. I was trying to make you love me. Baby, why'd you come here? I can't make it so clear. Tell me, what do you hear? I'm screaming on the inside. It's been a hell of a night. I think I should go. I need to be alone. Just leave me alone. I need to be alone. Just leave me alone. I need to be alone. Just leave me alone. I need to be alone. Just don't know how to start this. 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 Don't know how to start. Don't know how to start this. Don't know how to start. Don't know how to start this. Don't know how to start this. Don't know how to start this. Don't know how to start. Don't know how to start this. 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 Don't know how to start this.
Well, good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome back to another First Monday Ritual here on the Legacy Liftoff. You can't clip my wings, the whole 9 yards. You know, you guys, what we do here every first Monday of every month. And I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Let's see who's in here. Hi, Miss Black Tech. Hi. Miss Black Tech says she's just going to be listening in today. She cannot participate. Okay. But that's cool. That's cool. I I love it. I love it either way it goes. Thank you guys. Hey, Miss Latasha, I did not forget you. I saw you out there. So let me put you on the screen, ma'am. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right. So welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope you guys had a great. It's been hot. I talked earlier to Miss Black Tech, and she's been so busy doing her thing, and I'm so proud of her. I told her today I am so proud of her. All the work that she's been doing. She's a little very popular now. She's now the headache of other people. We used to be the headache, that thorn in the side. Now, da da da, we have a new person, which is great. That's on our politics, right? That's on the other side of the things that we do. Um, but here we're going to be talking about getting through the month of August. You guys, it's crazy. August already started out on the third of the month. So I by Friday, it is actually going to be the 8th, 7th or the 8th of the month. Yes, exactly. Annoyingly popular. Exactly. And already by Friday we'll be in the 8th of the month. Let me make sure. I want to look at my calendar real quick because I think it is the 8th of the month. Hold up here. So, yes, Saturday is the 8th, actually the 7th. So, next week, we already will be in the doggone mid month. We literally will be in mid month next week. That's crazy. Wow. Wow. So, um, that's interesting. That took, I wasn't expecting that, but yeah, I guess we are now. Okay, so tonight, you guys, we're going to be talking about softness after survival. You know, we talked about the survival mode and all the things we go through. So we're going to be talking about softness after survival. Matter of fact, I also talked about that today. Let me see, was that today? Conversation on my Substack. No, my conversation on my Substack was talking about trying to think of what did I talk about today? Oh gosh, my brain just went. I cannot even remember. Oh, hold up, hold up. I have to keep titles, all the titles of everything I talked about. Golly, what did I talk about? Rebuilding. That's our conversation was. We talked about rebuilding today on my Substack. And I want to thank everybody who subscribed to my Substack. And if you guys want to hear any conversation pertaining to women, if you want to hear that conversation, let me know, and we'll work something out. I can put something together so we can talk in depth with some information, right? But tonight we're going to talk about softness after survival. Um, Being able to creating a resting place for women who has carried too much is what we do here. You guys already know how that works, right? We've been coming back over and over again for our first Mondays. I forgot what we did our last Monday, but I want to start doing a checkup when we come back in 30 days, how everything was. You know, how did your 30 days wound up? Was it a good 30 days or did you have some trying times? Did things work out the way you thought they were? Did you get any meditation, any journaling in during those 30 days? Did you see anything different about yourself in those 30 days? So that's going to probably be an ongoing thing we're going to be doing for the rest of the year because I think it's very important. You know, I always like to check up on you guys. And we do a lot of checkup on our regular classes, but definitely want to do this for maybe we should do the checkups we do for the legacy liftoff and then the checkups we do for the month could be a difference in how we can kind of separate that. Okay, so we're going to learn tonight that we're not here to make you become someone new, first and foremost. Okay, um, we want to talk more about the person that you set aside. Okay, um, you were there all this time, but you've become this other person because you start working for everybody else. You start doing everything for everybody else. So you kind of set yourself, what we call, on the back burner, right? So we want to stop. Tonight, we want to talk about that very person. So we're going to talk about the version of yourself that existed before survival even became something you even knew about. Today was one of the questions was that I talked about or asked, which is a very good question, was who would you be if you never was in survival mode? Latasha, who do you think you would have been if you never was in survival mode? Miss 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 Black Tech, you can answer that question too if you want to in the chat. Who do you think you would have been if you never knew what survival mode was?
If I never knew what survival mode was as of now or
Yeah,
past tense.
no, as of now. If you didn't know, oh no, let me say that again, as in past tense. I'm talking about in past.
Okay, in the past, like I stated before, I would have probably not been here.
Okay, I
Yeah,
got
I probably wouldn't have been here
you. I got you.
if
Okay.
I was living in the past tense. But as of now, today,
Mhm.
living in survival mode, if I wasn't, I would most definitely be working in somebody's mortuary,
Okay. Okay.
doing something that I enjoy doing.
Exactly. Okay, got you. Hey, Miss Bell. So,
Hello,
how are you
hello.
doing?
How's everybody?
We're
How
doing
you
great.
doing, Miss Bell?
Hey, Miss Natasha. How you doing? I'm
I'm in
late,
here
but
tonight.
I'm
I'm in
late,
here
but
tonight.
I'm late, but I'm here.
She here. She here.
Yes, ma'am.
Miss Black Tech is in the chat, so she says she'll be listening and watching. She's not able
How you doing, Miss Black?
to.
Hello, ma'am.
She said, Miss
Nice,
Black. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
nice to meet you.
That's Miss Shamir. That's who that is.
How you doing, Miss Shamir?
Look, Latasha, Miss Bell.
Yes, ma'am.
Latasha's. This is what Miss Shamir said. Don't be trying to take my friend, Miss Latasha.
Oh no, no. We all can be friends.
We can all share.
We
We
all
all
can be
share.
friends.
Look, we all can share. Okay, is that all
That's
right?
right.
You believe in sharing? Or are you selfish?
I it depends on what it is. I don't
You
mind
ain't never
sharing.
lied. You right. You right. You right. It depends on what it is. That's right. That's right.
Because
Yes,
well,
ma'am.
well, you already know that we were told that we are antisocial or something
Yes,
like
yes,
that.
they are very social. Yes.
And sometimes it's good to be like that. Keep you out of trouble. All this
It
stuff
does.
going on around this city, it's good to be
That's
antisocial.
right. That's right. You 100 correct. That is so right on point. I love that. I love that. So Miss Shamir said, okay, the question I asked you guys, so she says that she would be a weak person now if she wouldn't have what was the question? Let me see. If she wouldn't have been able, who would she be if she wasn't able to survive what's been going on, her life in her life span, her survival mode. If she would have never had her survival mode, she would have been a weak person, she's saying. So she's saying that survival actually built her up to be a strong person that she is now. I didn't think about it in that context, but that's a good way of thinking about that question. So the question was, Miss Bell, the question was, who would you be if you never had to work in or do anything in survival mode? Where would you be and who would you be?
Oh my goodness. To be honest with you, I really don't know where I would be.
Okay.
I might be on a corner somewhere.
Not,
No,
not the corner.
no.
Not the
Well, at least
corner.
she was honest. She was honest about it.
I'm,
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
telling you,
I
I
wasn't.
probably
But
would
I
be
don't
on the.
actually think Miss. I can't see Miss Bell being on nobody's corner. No,
I
ma'am.
couldn't either. I can see her go check on the girls, but I don't see her on the corner.
Yeah,
Oh, now you're trying to call
yeah.
me a madam, huh?
Yeah, yeah. I can see her checking out.
No, I really no, I was just joking there.
I
No, I
know.
wouldn't be there. I don't I really haven't thought about where I would be.
Uh-huh.
I didn't no, I just haven't thought about it.
And it's a good question because I never thought about it either. I never thought, okay, um, if we didn't have to go through life trying to always survive everything. I mean, everything we got
Every
to
right,
survive. But
right.
just set back and just let life, take us, where we didn't have to worry and fear and dealing with drama and people and the whole nine years. We never had to do any of that. Where would we be? You know what I'm saying? That's basically what it is. Where would we be? Would our life be not what we and another thing too, would we have learned the lessons that we've learned from our
Mm,
survival mode? You understand what I'm saying? Would
yeah.
our So that's the impact. If you really look at survival, that's the impact of what survival has done to us. That's a wake up call. Wow.
I always thought that, they put that little dream in your head with be in a house with the white picket fence and you just look through magazines and I mean, I did that.
Uh, but it's all right. Don't feel guilty, but it's good. But I never thought about it like that. I that never crossed my mind. It really didn't. I never thought about. Well, I never thought I would get married first and foremost. Foremost. So let me put that out there. So that kind of lifestyle was never something I like pursued. Okay, yeah, that's what I want. That never. I always had my whole thing was to go into the military, retire from the military, and then travel for the rest of my life till I die. No children, no husband, no nothing. Just travel and have a good time. That's what wanted my life to be. But that did not work out that way.
Well, one thing I thought I would do because I was very good at it, and this
Uh-huh.
was in junior high and high school. I
Mhm.
wanted to be a basketball player, but I was too short.
Wow.
I always wanted to do that because I was all into sports during junior high and high school.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And I was good at basketball, if I had to say that myself. So
Mhm. Mhm.
um and I would tell people that, and they were like, "Nah, you're too short, blah, you're not," and I just didn't pursue it. And my second thing was I wanted to be a flight attendant.
Wow. Okay.
So I had a couple of people where you can still go. I'm like, I don't want to do it now because
Mhm.
planes are
Yeah.
flying, dropping everywhere.
Exactly.
Right, right. I wouldn't even step on one. I ain't joking. I got on. It was one time I had to take um a helicopter for an emergency to get my baby to save his life, and I'm telling you, it was a time on there.
Uh-huh.
It was a time on there, and I wouldn't have never thought, but
Uh-huh.
I had to do it. And would I do it again? No.
Mhm.
I better be knocked out and I know about it.
That's a good one. Okay, so before we begin, I like everyone to close their eyes. Just close your eyes for just a moment, not to keep them long. And this is not for you to meditate, okay? Not to escape, but just to be here in the moment. When we talk about mindfulness, just being here in the moment. Um, Take a slow breath, one, okay? Notice how your jawline is it tight. Notice how your hands feel, your shoulders, your back. Are you sitting straight? Whatever you're doing, I don't care what you was doing, but just these are things that make us kind of relax, and you know, just feel like you're coming into something, right? Um, so, how many of you have become to carrying life that you don't even part of life that you don't feel the need that you want to carry, but you're forced to carry? How many of you guys are doing that? And then how many of you still holding on to those things? Are you still holding on to all the burden? Because tonight I don't want us to worry about what is going on around us, right? Um, what's going on in our world right now. This is your time, okay? So I want you kind of just a little bit escape a little bit if you can. And we're not going to stay long. I'm going to push it forward. We don't have to stay long, but I want you to do that for a minute. For about maybe 2 minutes, kind of do that. Just kind of see where you're at. I love my 10-minute thing. So let's just do like 2 minutes of just kind of taking you in right now, okay? And being you, okay? Now, I'll give you a couple more minutes. I mean, a couple more seconds. Okay, so I'm gonna ask a question, and then I'm going to comment on that question I'm asking you after you answer it. So let me ask you something. What does softness mean? Because we're talking about softness after survival. Well, how do you see softness? What does it mean to you in your own words? How do you see what softness means to you?
I'll let you know when I get there.
Oh, all righty then. Okay. Miss Bell, she says she ain't there yet. Miss Bell,
Oh, I'm sorry, I was on
that's all
mute.
right.
Um, it would mean to me just taking it easy,
Okay.
um,
Okay.
not letting anything, which it probably would be hard to worry you. You just go with the flow.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. I like that. Okay. Miss Tech, what does softness mean to you? See if I'll give me a second, see if she let me answer. Okay. Oh, she said being nice and polite. Okay. All right. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. So when people hear the word softness, they often think of weakness, fragility, being passive, giving in. But that's not the softness we're talking about. The softness we're talking about is what happens when your nervous system finally believes it doesn't have to stay on guard every second,
Hmm.
relaxing. You know, because again, your nervous system is reacting off of our survival mode, right? So just once, you don't want to have to do that. All right. So it's what happens when your heart doesn't have to brace for a disappointment before it even experiences joy. Okay. It happens when your body no longer makes peace for danger. Okay. Mistakes peace for danger. Let me say that again. Your body no longer, how we something. Okay. So for instance, you get a phone call from a family member, right? And before you even answer the phone call, after you see who's called you, say you see the call ID and you're like, oh my God, I hope it ain't nothing. That moment we feel when that person calls, and the first thing we say is, oh my God, I hope it ain't nothing. It's nothing. That's that feeling of survival mode. You're preparing your body that you got to take on some type of distress or danger or a disappointment. You ever notice that feeling you have when someone that you probably have a lot of trouble, they
Yes,
don't
ma'am.
call? That's what that is.
Because you already know, you
Mm-hmm.
pretty much already know your family member's character. So
Yeah,
you already know what to expect from each one.
exactly, exactly. So you're already
Unless you
in
just
that
block
mode.
them all out and ignore, ignore when they call. And I know most folks don't like to do that because you don't know if it's, what's going on with them.
That's right. That's right. So you're constantly in that survival mode to prepare yourself for anything. So your nervous system. So when we're in that position, our nervous system never relaxes. because we're always looking for something to be wrong. Always. You know what I'm saying? So, what happens when your body no longer mistakes peace for danger? Softness isn't surrender, it's safety. So, keep that in mind. You want to be at that safe place without having to feel that everything has got to be danger. It's got to be danger. Survival changes more than our circumstances. Okay. Many women think survival ends when the crisis ends. No, because what we've done is we imprinted that in our system. So even though you feel like you're no longer in that mode, there's going to be things that keep because it's imprinted in your system. So little things could make it trigger like, but it doesn't necessarily mean that's what it is, but it's there to say, "Ooh, it could be," right? So you don't. That's what you want to get. You want to completely come out of survival mode, free and clear. And sometimes that's not the easy way of us doing it. It says, but anyone who has lived through prolonged stress knows survival doesn't always leave when the situation does. Just like I said, you still have that little bit of you getting ready to brace yourself for something. Sometimes it moves in, it becomes the way we walk through the world, how we see things, how we do things. It's always there. We answer emails like emergencies. We apologize before speaking, right? We struggle to rest, can't get the good rest. We feel guilty for receiving help. Ooh, 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 Lord. We expect the next crisis before we've even recovered from the last one. So the body is constantly preparing itself for that next bad situation. And then eventually, what happens is survival stops being something we're experiencing and it becomes something we believe we have to be in survival mode all the time. And I know as a Black woman, as a woman of color, I guarantee you ours is probably worse than anybody. If there is any type of statistics out there, I bet you ours is probably worse than any. I would be shocked if it's not when it comes to survival mode because we're constantly on that. We're constantly in that, right? So the question a few women ask, here's the question I want us to look at tonight or sit with because we love to sit with stuff. Who would I be if I no longer had to survive? Remember, I asked you guys that earlier. So we kind of answered that one. Not next year, not someday, just imagine it. Who would you be at this very moment if you never knew what survival was? And that was the main key question I asked earlier. Would you laugh differently? Would you sleep more deeply if you weren't always in a survival mode? Would you not worry? Would you not feel sad or depressed? Would you stop checking your phone every 5 minutes to see if something crazy is going on? Right? Would you say no without explaining? I don't have to explain myself. You know, would you trust joy coming into your life without waiting for something to go wrong? So can we do that? Can we actually have a day? Let me ask you guys that. So could you have a day where you don't worry about anything?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's good to hear. What about you, Miss Bell?
Yes, I
Okay,
can.
okay, awesome, awesome, awesome. And Miss Black Tech, can you have a day without stressing or worrying about anything? I'm shaking my leg. I gotta stop that. That's a bad habit of shaking my leg. I have a shaking leg syndrome. Let me quit doing that. No, I have a habit of shaking my legs, and I gotta stop that. Okay, while I wait for her to answer us. So sometimes we don't resist softness because we don't want it. We resist it because we've forgotten what it feels like. Can you guys relate to that?
Yes.
Hmm. Hmm. I talked about. I'm trying to figure out where did we talk about the backpack. Oh, when you read the new Latasha Teller. So you guys, when you
Yeah, the new book is very interesting.
yes, when you
Very
read
interesting. I
about
love it.
the backpack, and this what kind of kicks in with this. When you read about the backpack, you'll see what I'm talking about. Carrying that backpack around and not really. Okay, not really. I got you. Okay, Miss Black Tech. Think about how we carry our again our nervous system. It goes all the way back to nervous system. Our nervous system never forgets. Okay, it remembers, and we talk about that in I think chapter 1.2. They talk about the nervous system and how it never forgets all the things that we had to survive, right? And some of the things we're still surviving. And so that really stayed to me because it's like, yeah, that's right. That's what it is. We're constantly in this mode of surviving, trying to make things happen, trying not to feel guilty because again, you say no, you don't want to do it, you don't want to deal with this person, you don't want to go here, you don't want to obligate yourself to stuff. All of those are things that we carry around because it's something we taught that we have to do. We have to be nice, you know. We have to smile. Even though somebody is talking about us like a dog and treating us like crap, we still smile and say, that's all right, right? That's more things we carry around in our backpack. Okay, we're not
I was
able.
just about to say what you just said about we were taught to be in that survival mode
Yes, from little
always.
girls. From little girls, we also um we look for validation and we look for appreciation from as a little girl because they put rules in place for us as little girls. You
Right.
have to be nice, you have to be sweet, you can't get smart, you have to sit with your legs closed, your feet across, right, your ankles crossed. You have to be this nice thing. Let me abuse you, let me treat you like crap while you be nice. And then we grow up into these grown women who actually believe that's the way we're supposed to get treated. And nobody says, no, you don't have to put up with that. Nobody says that, yeah, you can speak back to them if they talking crazy to you. Nobody says that because that's the way that we get love and attention and affection from the people that we allow do us like that. We allow them to do us like that. We need that love. We need that validation. We need to feel a part of something. I won't be part of the group if I don't let them say and do whatever they want. If they don't use me, then I'm not useful, right? I don't mean
Mm.
anything unless I'm doing something for other people. So we look for that validation that goes along with the people pleasing. That validation from it. And it's so weird that we actually realize that even as little girls, we've been taught this. You're taught not to talk back. If somebody say something crazy, you not talk, can't talk back. That's a grown
No,
up. Yeah,
you
right.
try you try to shut your mouth and walk on, even if you don't like what they say.
That's
You're
what they
supposed to
teach us.
just walk away because if you say something back, I mean, this is just the way I was raised, then you
Hmm.
was gonna get toe up.
Yep.
You
Exactly.
was gonna get toe up not only by that person that you disrespected, but your parents also.
But is it really disrespect? That's the point that's never been made. Is it really disrespect? Because if
I
I
think, in my opinion,
Mhm.
children should be allowed to express themselves,
Right.
Yeah,
and I think that to me, it's children expressing themselves. But hey, you wasn't allowed to do that back then.
we're right. That's right. You were not allowed to express yourself. And that's how we grow up into the women we are now. That's why the survival mode is very much so still gone. I mean, still here. We're still working in it. Because in order, some of us validate ourselves through our family. We validate through our husbands. We validate ourselves through our kids, our grandchildren, our great grandchildren, our moms and dads. We validate ourselves through them. If we don't get their approval, then we don't feel like we've accomplished anything. And that's
That's
from
true.
childhood. You just said something very prevalent. As a child, you weren't supposed to do this. There were unwritten rules that you abide by. So when you become a grown up, you take those unwritten rules into your life. And that's how you survive dealing with your family. You survive dealing with your job, your house, your husbands, your wives. You survive because of how we were taught to act and react to the way people treat us, right? And I know that's crazy, but that's just how it is. And only we could, fix that, right? Um, so the next point is why softness can feel so uncomfortable. Why do you think being soft feels uncomfortable?
Hmm.
Some people may try to take advantage of you if they think
Yeah.
softness or weakness or whatever.
Yeah,
They think they could take advantage and get over, use you, and then just throw you away.
exactly. Okay, okay. So this is one of the greatest paradoxes of healing because this is part of healing. Many women long for peace, yet they felt restless when they finally experience it. Like when the peace does come in, you're like, "Oh my God, am I at peace? Is this really happening to me?" You're already doubting that it's real, right? Because you've, like I said, that survival mode, that alert is on all the time, right? Um, and why is that? Why is that we're not comfortable when there is a time for us to feel the peace? Why is it that we're not comfortable?
I believe because they get so used to living in survival mode.
That's exactly right. Because chaos has been so familiar.
It's the
Um,
new norm. That becomes normal, and when it's you place something there that
mhm.
is normal, they don't recognize it,
Don't recognize it. That's right. That's right. It
and
comes.
then they get angry when you tell them about it. And then you, with me, if I get tired of telling a person something,
Hmm.
and I see that they don't want to take that, and do stuff with themselves, it begins to just touch a nerve, and you don't want to just be bothered with it all.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
And that's why I'm here with people.
Gotcha. Um, it,
And they get mad with you when you don't want to be around.
Exactly. And also, another thing it does, because it's unfamiliar, you don't feel safe, right?
Right. Right.
Because you're used to having that battle, you have that armor on, ready to go to battle, got your shoes ready, you got your weapon in your hand, you ready to take care of stuff. You don't get in.
Right. And that becomes, you get tired of that too.
Yeah,
Because why should you have to live like that?
that's right. That's right. And that's why healing isn't just simply learning to rest, it's learning to trust what rest is, right? What it looks like, what everything looks like, because everything, what they say is optics, right? There's optics to everything. So, what does all that look like? Being able to just relax, and we know what it feels like. It feels good, but what does it look like? And what does it look like to us, not to other people? What does it look like? I want you to give me an example what peace looks like, what healing looks like to you. Anybody?
I would think not having to worry about anything. Just getting up, doing what you need to do, uh, not having to worry being tied down, stressed out with other people baggage.
Yes. Yes. Awesome.
You
Awesome.
don't have to answer your phone when it rings.
Yes, ma'am. You don't. You don't. You could just put it on D&D. You'll
Yeah.
just look
Yes.
at it and walk off.
And if it's
Yes,
important,
ma'am.
they'll leave a
They'll
message.
leave a message.
That's it.
I hate when people call and don't leave a message. That's what the
Well, they tell me they tell me my inbox is so full of messages I can't even receive one, and I never used it. I never used it since I had my phone.
well, that's when you got to clean it out. Do you know how to clean out your voicemail?
Yes, ma'am.
So clean it out. Oh, I get it. I get what you're saying. You said, hell no, I ain't cleaning
I
it
just
out.
said forget it. I just said forget it. They'll leave a text message if it's important.
If they want you to say, look, that's what you might need to put on there. Look, if you're trying to get a hold of me and you see that my mailbox is full, let me tell you what you need to do. Just text me, okay?
Yeah, just text me. Just shoot me a text message and leave it there. I promise you, I will get back to you. Yeah, that's what I tell them when I go places, though. For real,
Yeah.
just leave me a text message and I'll get back to you. I promise
My
If they
problem is I
call and
forget.
if they call and don't leave a message, I'm not calling you back.
I'm
If
not
it
calling you
you.
back.
That's right. That's
I'm
right
not.
because I don't know anything about it.
That's right. That's right. But I did. I look. My cousin Sue called me, and I was not going to answer the phone because I didn't know her number. I only have her husband, which is my cousin. His name, we call him Butterball. We only have his number, and he passed away. So I didn't know that number. So just so happened, I picked it up. Oh, because I wasn't, because again, it was an unfamiliar number. Her name wasn't on it, and I knew it was from Alexandria, Louisiana. I was like, who calling me? That don't leave a name or nothing. But it was her, and I'm glad I talked to her because we talked for a long time. And I hadn't talked to her since he passed away. So it was good to hear her. But if I would have never answered that phone, I don't know if she would have left a message. So I would
Hmm.
have probably never got a chance to talk to her, but I'm glad I answered that. So sometimes you got to answer it, Miss Bell. Just sometimes, not all the time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hmm.
Okay.
I'm
So,
Miss Brown say she
antisocial.
wants to be at peace.
I,
She wants
that,
to be at peace,
exactly, Miss
and I don't
Natasha.
blame her.
I
I don't
ain't
blame her.
answering my phone because I'm antisocial.
I'm
That's
anti-social.
right.
Don't call. Look, you need to get a T-shirt with that on there. Please don't ask my name. I'm antisocial. Please don't call my phone. I'm antisocial. I just want to let you know. Don't call my phone. So we want to understand that softness is not earned. Here's something I hope every woman here can hear tonight. You do not have to exhaust yourself before you deserve gentleness. Ooh, that's
Oh
deep.
wow.
Woo,
Yeah.
woo, woo. No, how they do that? Is that how they do it now? Am
Yeah,
I doing it right?
that's
Let me
deep.
say that again. You do not have to exhaust yourself before you deserve gentleness. Mm.
Amen.
I
You do
love
not
that.
You do not have to prove your value before you deserve kindness. What?
Mm,
What?
mm.
Love that. And you do not have to break before you deserve rest. Oh, that one right there. Wow. You don't have to get to the point where you are totally broken. Let me ask you something. And it's not to tell me the situation that broke you, but have you ever been totally broken?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Mm,
ma'am.
yeah, yeah. So let me ask you this. What did it feel like being totally broken? What does that feel like?
It was heartbreaking.
Yes.
Okay.
Depressing.
Okay.
Yes.
So describe the physical aspect of it and then describe the mental aspect of being broken.
It literally felt like being just, yeah, having a broken heart, just broken, literally broken.
Okay. Okay.
And you just going nonstop,
Okay.
going, putting your all into doing something for somebody else,
Okay.
and they're not appreciative.
Okay.
And then when you finally get tired of feeling the way you're feeling
Hmm.
and just stop and just release and not, I'm not going to do it. I'm not,
Hmm.
And then you become the villain.
Hmm. Okay.
but yeah, that's true. But I'm looking for my peace.
That's right. That's right. That's it right there.
So if I have to go through that and do that, I, Linda is going to do it.
Gotcha.
and I have done it, and I'm at peace with it.
Gotcha. Okay. Miss Shamir, have you ever experienced what brokenness feels like? And can you describe it, the mental and the physical aspect? She has to write it in the chat, so we'll wait for her to do that. Oh gosh.
And that is hard mentally. It really is. It weighs you down,
It
Mhm.
does.
and
Can't
it's
sleep.
not a
It,
good
it
feeling.
yeah, it'll have you where you just withdraw from everything.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And you have to just really sit with yourself, and you have to crawl your way back
That's
too.
right. Yeah.
Um, because you'd be like, no, this no.
Hmm.
You have to find the good and in the midst of all of it.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I'm not saying it's gonna be easy,
Hmm.
but you gotta find a starting point somewhere and say, no, this is not going to be like this.
Exactly. Exactly.
And
Exactly.
it also can get so bad at a point that you wants to do harm to yourself.
Hmm.
Oh,
Okay.
I've been down that road before.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. See, that's when the nervous system, also keep in mind now, when you get to that point, the nervous system is shot.
I'm
Hmm.
That's
never
when,
letting myself get like that again.
yeah, the nervous system is done. That's when the nervous system breaks down too. So nothing is working. When I'm not saying functionally working, I'm saying the mental and the way that your body is feeling, nothing's working. Nothing is kicking in to keep you from going there. You've already gone there, right?
Right.
You're at the bottom. You hit rock bottom. When that happened to me more than once, but the main time it happened is when I became homeless. That moment in my life when I became homeless, living in that survival, making sure, trying to make sure everything, and then that one little thing messed up everything. I lost my job.
Mm.
And when I lost my job, because I had been living this, I got to do this, got to do that, and you got to keep the mouth fed because I had Tavares at the time, single parent, doing the whole nine single parent thing. And when I lost my job, that right there, everything broke because I didn't know how to pay my rent. I couldn't do none of that. And when it came to the ideal that they were telling me they were going to evict me because I could no longer pay my rent, that's when I broke. And
That
that's
is, it is hard. I mean, I've been that way more than once.
yeah, yeah,
And each time I found my way. Each
exactly,
time. I was
exactly,
homeless for 15 months one time,
yeah,
living from rooms to rooms.
pillar to post. Is that how they say it? Pillar to
No,
post.
no, 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 ma'am. I stayed in a room
Hmm.
where I had to come up with this money
Yeah.
every single day,
Mm. Wow.
um, and send my kids off to school.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah. That's a feeling. That's
So I've been there before, so I know how that feel. But you know, I knew it was gonna get better.
hmm
Right.
yeah.
But when I meet people like that,
Hmm.
I always tell them encouraging words because I know what it feels like.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
You can be up one day
Hmm.
and down the next.
That's
My
right.
house caught on fire. That's what
Hmm.
happened.
Hmm.
My house caught on fire. I lost everything.
Hmm.
Everything. So when I got like that the next time,
Hmm.
it's nothing because I know I've been worse.
Yeah.
You'll always find your way back, but you got to try, and you
Hmm.
can't get comfortable in it
That's right. You can't get
because
comfortable.
then that's when you'll get caught up in worldly things and spiral out of control.
Exactly. And coming and another thing too during that time too, you have to be careful of how vulnerable you are to create the atmosphere to find yourself doing things that you're not supposed to do. I think,
Right.
and I think the
Right.
reason why that never was an issue for me because of the discipline I got taught with my mom, and then the discipline I got taught in the military. So even though I had people around me, I had friends that were definitely doing a lot of stuff to survive, okay, to cope. I didn't have that desire. I felt that I needed to be sober, I needed to be alert to get everything I need to get done. So I never had the desire to want to like drink or smoke or do drugs. Like some of my friends got caught up in that after they got out the military because of everything. The devils, their life just wasn't the way it was. So a lot of them got caught up in that, but that was never something for me. I always needed to be alert. I always needed to know what's going on, and I did not want that for my child. So I know that's not everybody. Everybody has a different way of dealing with it. I was able to cope through that and continue like, okay, I got to make this happen. I got to do this, got to do that. And that was on my mind to make sure I stayed focused on what I needed to get done, despite how I was going to get it done. I didn't want anything to interfere with that. So mentally, I tried to make sure drugs, alcohol, liquor, I mean, any of that would be an issue for me. So in that, now again, I take that back to my mom, and I take that back to my military discipline and folks staying focused on it. Despite my world could be falling apart, but nothing could make me want to go and not stay focused on all the things that I needed to happen for me. But it was a blessing. I had a friend that came to my rescue. She got mad at me when she found out what I was doing, what I was going through, and she was like, "Why didn't you let me know earlier?" Da da da. She went off on me, but I told her because I was on the brink of just giving it all up too. I've been there, and that was one of the reasons. That was one of the ways that I was on the brink of just letting everything go, because I felt like a failure. Because I was always this person to try to overachieve, do this, that, and I felt like a failure. So when I felt like a failure, I thought I was useless. Again, that goes back to survival mode and how we were taught. When you were not doing the things that you were supposed to do, quote unquote, you feel useless. So I felt useless and I felt like a failure when really I didn't fail. It was just that's what life had gave me. But in my mind at that time, I was a failure. And I kept hearing it over and over again that I was a failure. So I wanted to do with the failure. I wanted to do away with it. So yeah, it's hard when you're broken, when you get to that point. We should, man, this is a deep conversation. Okay, let's go. Let's keep going. Um, so many women were taught that rest had to be earned, right? That you have to earn your rest, which we don't need to do that. That softness came after perfection, because sometimes we're per, perfectionists, right? That care was a reward, right? I, but I want you to look at it from a different way. What if softness isn't a reward? What if it is the human need? What is it just part of who we're supposed to be? And why do we feel like we have to earn it? Why is all these things on the earning list and not who we naturally are? So sometimes people feel like, or people treat us like we're not human, that we're not, that we don't hurt, that we don't, cry because we taught to be the strong one. I'm going to be the strong one. I'm going to make everything happen. Just ask me, I'll put it in place. And that's what we do because we're looking, we don't want to admit it, but we're searching out validation again to be part of the pack. And that's something we have to, as individuals, we have to, as a group, also to look at when we talk about being around people and doing stuff. Don't always be ready to volunteer your time and service to everything, right? Because it will overwhelm you, it will break you, especially when you get deep into whatever that is. Goes for people, being the caretaker, caregiver, peacemaker, I mean, the protector, whatever it is that you do. Okay. So let's talk a little bit about practicing places that we can practice softness. Okay, softness is not just only a feeling; it can be a way of life. It's all up to us. It can look like speaking to yourself with respect. Wow, I know sometimes that's hard for us to do. Some of us, not everybody. Choosing not to rush every moment. Yes, yes, that's is right. Accepting help without guilt. Wow, I love that. Eating because you're nourishing your body instead of punishing it. Because you know, sometimes what comes out of that is eating disorders, right? When you're going through those problems, you find yourself eating and eating and eating just to feel comfortable. But we don't have to do that, right? Taking a walk without needing to accomplish anything. Remember the 10 minutes? Somebody, I think Miss Bell says she took a 10-minute walk. Was that Miss Bell or that was Miss Bell?
That
Was
was
that,
Miss Finley.
that was Miss Finley that
I mean,
took that 10
I took a
minutes?
10-minute walk. I mean, not a walk, 10 minutes and went to sleep.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I did that too. Laughing without apologizing for being joyful. You ever been where you're like, I'm sorry, I had to get that laugh out. You ever done that? Anybody ever? Because
Yes.
to some
Yes, ma'am.
people, that might be the wrong time to laugh, right? It might be the wrong time to laugh, but if you felt joy, at that moment, you should be able to laugh, right?
Yep.
Right.
I mean, come on. Letting silence exist without rushing to fill it. You know, just be quiet for a moment. You know, you ain't got to say nothing. You got to do nothing. Just allow it to be quiet, just for a moment. There's nothing wrong with that. And then it says sometimes softness begins in the very ordinary moments, and sometimes softness be happening and you don't even know it's happening. You know, because you're not paying attention. You're not in that survival mode, so you're not paying attention to everything. So just a little, little anything could happen. Like, okay, that was nice. You know.
Mm.
So let's get into the reflection. Let's do a little reflection. So I like everyone to imagine that they're carrying a backpack. Remember I told you about the backpack? Here we go with the backpack. Not a real one, okay? It's an invisible one. Inside all the things that you have been carrying for years, your expectations, your disappointments, your responsibilities, your guilt, wow, your fear, the pressures to always be the strong one, just like we just talked about, the feeling that
Mm.
everyone needs you. Like, no matter what you do, everybody needs you, right? Now imagine setting that backpack beside you, setting it down, right? Not forever, okay? Just for tonight. Leave it alone, don't pick it up, right? Notice how your body starts to feel because you don't have that burden on your shoulder, it's just right. You can sit up or, if even if you want to slouch because you haven't been able to do that real good. Hold up. I don't know what this is. Hold up. Oh, I thought that was me. Is that me? Is that me?
It might be because I just got off of mute.
Okay. I don't know where that came from. Okay. All right. Um, I'm serious. I don't know where that came from. Let me see something. Hold up. Let me see something real quick. Do I have anything on in the inside? What?
It sounded like a group of people.
Yeah, it sounds like a group
Yeah.
of people. Oh, I hope nobody can get a hold of my phone. Um, okay. Um, we said notice how your body feels. Notice what changes when you set it down. How did that feel? Did you feel light? You feel relaxed? Kind of a rest feeling? Um, so if you're feeling this, that might be what softness feels like. Releasing something, letting go something, right? Just for the moment. And not having to carry it for tonight. Let's put it away for tonight. I think that's a great feeling.
Mm.
Okay. So, you know me, I always want y'all to do something, right? I'm always having y'all do something, even though we don't, most of the time, don't come back to it. But I'm going to try not to do that. So, tonight, I'm not going to end it with you having a list of stuff that I want you to do because that's too much. I want you, I'm going to do this for, I'm going to invite you to this for 1 week. I want you to do this. Choose one act of softness. That's almost like our 10 minutes, right? Not productivity, not performances, just softness. Maybe it's saying no to something that you've been saying yes to for a long time. Maybe it's drinking your coffee very slow, tasting it. Maybe taking a nap, Miss Bell. Just taking a nap. Don't think of nothing, just lay down. Maybe it's asking for help. Can you please help me do this? I can't do it right now, and it's all right. Can I get you to help me? And that, ooh, oh, ooh, Lord, that bothers me. I can't use that one.
No, that's too hard. I
That's too
can't use
hard.
that either.
Right. Right. I
So
hate bother people.
yeah,
I ain't gonna lie.
I'm with you on that one. I'm with
If
you.
I don't have to bother
I
nobody,
don't want to do it. Don't
I
want
try not to do it.
I agree with you.
to. So whatever it is, let it remind you that your life is not meant to be lived only in survival mode. Understand that we have to get in practice. The 10 minutes is great. We have to get in practice on a daily basis to remove the survival mode out of us. We've got to. We got to work on that. So as we close up tonight, oh wow, we're doing good. I want to remind you of something. Softness is not something you have to become. It is something you have to have permission to return to. Okay. It has been waiting for you patiently, quietly, without judgment. You are not weak because you long for peace. Okay. You are not lazy because you need rest. You are not selfish because you want gentleness. And everything you've survived, perhaps the greatest act of courage, isn't continuing to carry the world. Perhaps it's finally allowing yourself to set some of it down, right?
Mm.
So tonight, when we close out, I hope you leave knowing this. You do not have to spend the rest of your life proving how much you can endure. You are not a survival kit. You have already survived, right? Now it's time to discover what it feels like to live. So we've got to come to that point. I'm not saying it's going to happen tonight. I'm not going to say it's going to happen tomorrow. But it's up to you to start little by little coming out of your survival mode. Okay? So I'm going to invite you. I told you I have something to invite you to. I want to invite you to write one sentence on a piece of paper. And this is the sentence. The burden I am ready to set down is. You have to complete that sentence. The burden I am ready to set down is what? Anybody want to go ahead and do that? So,
I will.
okay.
I will. I have to say it.
Yeah, you got to say it.
I gotta say it on here.
No,
Okay.
look, okay. Look, if you don't want to say that thing, have a substitute for it. How about that?
Okay, yes, ma'am.
Okay.
All right.
Cause I got something. I
Okay.
do.
Okay, go ahead.
I got something. I just don't want to put it out there like that.
I got
You
Right.
you. I got
know,
you. I got you. The burden
I
I'm
think
Mine.
I
ready.
already told you about it, Miss Salita.
I know you did, baby. I know you did. You told
Yeah. I'm working on
Okay, I got you. So, Miss Bell, the burden I am ready to set down is
Guilt of something that happened in my childhood,
Wonderful.
and I don't,
Wonderful.
and just the guilt. And it's been popping up
I got you.
thinking about it.
Okay. So write that down. You need to put that in your journal. You definitely need to put that in your journal. Okay.
Okay.
Um, it wants you to write it down on a piece of paper. I say keep it in your journal, but you can fold it up and put it up. You don't have to. You don't have to make it visible to yourself all the time. Like sometimes they say, put it on your mirror or whatever like that. No, just know that you have it and put it up. Okay.
I think I would do that because actually, the journals that I have,
Hmm.
actually, they're prayer journals,
Gotcha.
So yeah, I write it on a piece of paper and put it out of my sight.
Yeah. Exactly. Okay. Now you're not doing this just to hide it.
No,
You know
no,
what?
no.
It's making a
Mm-mm.
promise that no, you will no longer carry this because you got to remember once you write it down, you're no longer, and you're saying you're going to fold it up, hide it, whatever, you're no longer carrying it. So you have to let it go. When you write it down, you have to let it go. Same thing for you, Latasha. I know your situation is going to take a little bit longer, but hide
I
it.
already wrote it down though, Miss Salita. I promise you, I already wrote it
That,
down. I can screenshot and send it to you. I already wrote it down. I wrote it down over and over and over
that
again.
girl, that girl, that girl. Ooh, Latasha, you so crazy.
I'm being honest.
I know you are. I know you being honest. I do, honestly, I do. Um, you just have to now know care. You don't have to carry it in the same way you always carry it because now you've actually, like they say, put your burden down. Isn't the gospel song "Lay Down Your Burden"? One of them old songs like that. Some one of those. So that's
I
a
just don't understand why, when you make up your mind about things,
Mhm.
others try to make you feel guilty for it or feel some
because
type of way about it or
because
want you to try to fix something that's already broken.
exactly.
There is nothing to fix.
Yeah. And some people can't, it's almost like a shock for them. You got to think about it. It's a shock. You're about to change.
They act like they the one going through it.
Well, in a sense, they probably are. 'Cause, see, sometimes people think when they no longer have approximate, what's the word I want to say? They don't have that they think they're going to be losing out on something that really doesn't have anything to do with them, but indirectly it does. So they don't want to lose out either, even though you're making a decision to get rid of something. They don't want to feel like okay, I'm next. You understand what I'm saying? She might
Yes,
be
ma'am.
next. She might get rid of me next, and I don't want her to get rid of me next. You understand that concept?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so sometimes that's what happens when you get rid of something. That person saying, "Okay, I see I'm on that list because I'm probably doing the same thing they're doing, or that situation is happening in her life. I might be that same situation." So people get scared. They get scared and like, "Oh no, I don't want her to get rid of me. I like using her." You know what I'm saying? I like putting her through the ringer. You know. So 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 I want you to say this now that we know what the burden is, we know what we're doing with it. May this month remind you that healing is not only about becoming stronger, sometimes healing is about becoming softer, loving yourself more, being gentle with yourself. Just looking at, like I said, the mirror and saying, "Hey, you know what? I love this lady. I love you. I want you to know I love you. If nobody else ever says that to you, I love you." Remember, it said earlier about not saying disrespectful things to yourself, not putting yourself down. You know,
Yes, ma'am.
that affects our nervous system because our body, you got to remember, it doesn't know the difference. Only you can show the difference. Only you can make it feel different. Nobody else can. So you have to always say nice things about yourself. That's hard to do for a lot of us. I know it's hard for me to be nice to myself sometimes, but you deserve it. And the idea we think that we don't deserve love, we don't deserve respect, we don't deserve gentleness, we don't deserve softness. You know, I heard people call it the soft life. Oh, she's in her soft life. I don't know what that means. I don't know what the soft life is. I just know that I no longer feel like I have to be surviving everything. My nervous system has calmed down. That's what I noticed, you know. But I hear, oh yeah, she's living her soft life. She's all about her. And some people don't understand. They see that as being selfish, but it's not. It's like people don't think you're supposed to take care of yourself. And I don't understand that concept, right? So, and sometimes softness is where we finally remember that we are home. So I'm going to say this again. May this month remind you that healing is not only about becoming stronger, sometimes healing is about becoming softer. And sometimes softness is where we finally remember that we are at home within ourselves. Okay?
I need you to
Send that to me.
screenshot that and send it to me.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll do that. I'll definitely do that.
Thank
Um,
you.
and then, oh, so before we finish with this segment, 369, I'm going to have to show you guys about 369. Have you ever heard of 369 method?
I have
Have you ever
never
done
tried.
it?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So we're going to do a 369. Okay. And we're going to do it for I'll 10 days. We're going to try it for 10 days. And basically, it's you taking affirmation, similar to something like this. Doesn't have to be this long, be very short. You take an affirmation, you say it 3 times in the morning. In the afternoon, you say it 6 times. And before you go to bed, you say it 9 times. That same very affirmation. And you just say it, and you're going to do that for 10 days. And at the end of the 10 days, we're going to see what the end result is. Okay?
Do you have to
So,
say it at the same time?
no, just long as you say, no, no, no. You
Okay.
just make sure you say it 3 times. 3 times, 6 times, and then 9 times. It doesn't
Okay.
matter. Okay? So that's morning, noon, and night. Okay?
Okay.
So I'll be shooting you this. I'll probably put it in. You want me to put it in a room for everybody, or you just want it yourself?
What?
I think you should put in there for everybody.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. I'll put it in the room for everybody. Definitely will do that for you guys. And then, like I said, we'll do the 369. And then I want to just see how that works. Say, okay, for instance, if your affirmation is saying, I am going to love myself more, right? You say that 3 times and see how you feel after those 10 days. Do you love yourself more? Have you been spending more time with you? Have you been able to say no? Have you not felt guilty? You know, have you asked for help? All that is going to manifest, hopefully, in this process, whatever it is that you choose to do. Okay. So I'm really looking forward to that. That's going to be exciting. So you guys, we did a great first. So in 30 days, when we come back for September, we got to see how this month went for us because we never do that. We do these first Mondays, but we never go back and look at how our whole month went. You know, what happened in it. Was it chaos? Did things work smoothly? So how did July work for you guys? How did July fall for you guys? Was it good, bad, or ugly?
Well, this is my first Monday show.
Yeah, that's right, Miss Bella. I'm sorry. Latasha, this is what your second one or third one? I think
My
Latasha.
my third my third month, making the first of the month.
Yes,
What we
yes,
doing now? Yeah, this is my third month.
yeah, yeah. This is your third month, and I think
Mm-hmm.
I'm not for sure if Shamir did it with me or not yet. And I think Miss Hall did one with us too, and Miss Kathy. I think Kathy did one too. But so overall, how did your July go? That goes for anybody. How did your July go?
Well, my eyes went. It's to be expected. It's to be expected. Yeah, I wasn't disappointed at all.
Okay. Okay. Good.
I wasn't disappointed because, you know, I expected it to go that way. So
Hmm.
when you expect something to be what it is, you can't get disappointed.
That's right. That's right.
But everything else other, oh, it was pretty good.
Good. Good. Good. That's good to hear. That's good. What about you, Miss Bell? How did your July go?
It went very well because um, I have started taking better care of myself and my health,
Wonderful.
physically, mentally, and emotionally, but basically more physical. So
Gotcha.
I've been taking my body, I mean, taking very good care of my body.
Awesome. 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 So July was a great month for you guys. That's awesome.
Yes.
I love that. I love that. So we'll come back in September, and if you guys are available, we'll do it. We'll be hopefully we'll be finished with the book. So so then that might be the last first Monday ritual because we'll be finished with the class. So there's won't need for you guys. I don't need to harass you on the first Monday of every month anymore. Yeah, that's how I'll do that. But yeah, so we'll do the 369 method. And this is the deal. When we get ready to do it, you chose the affirmation you want to use, and then if you want to share it with us, this you can share it with us because at the end of the 10 days, you're gonna have to tell us the results of it anyway. So if you want to
Yes,
share it with
ma'am.
everybody, you can. And I'm gonna pull out my 369 book, and we're gonna talk about 369 and what it really means and how it works. Okay. So I'm definitely gonna pull out my book for that. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and let you guys go. It's Monday. Tomorrow is Tuesday. I think Tavares is doing a show in the few. So I guess I'll see you guys over there. I want to thank you guys so much for doing this first Monday ritual with me. I will definitely get this to you. Did everybody get their quiz? Did everybody get
Yes,
their
ma'am.
quiz?
I received mine.
Okay.
Yes. Yes,
And
ma'am.
everybody
Thank
has
you.
their book.
Yes, ma'am. I have
Yes,
mine.
ma'am. I have mine.
I
Awesome.
can
Awesome.
say I really enjoyed this, my first show.
Yeah,
Um, Even though I'm gonna be late. Well,
that's fine. That's fine.
but I enjoyed it.
Great, great, great. And I enjoy you guys doing it with me.
Yes, ma'am. I always enjoy you guys.
Man, this is awesome. We are the look. I'm gonna say like we the shit. Now that's what I'm
Oh,
gonna say.
now Latasha, we the shit, but we the
Wait a minute,
antisocial
wait a minute.
shit.
Hold on, hold on. Look, 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 look.
Excuse me.
You are the
Yes, ma'am.
anti.
Excuse me. My daughter in the background talking about she want to speak. They can hear you, Caitlin. God. No, ma'am. You need to join the class. You need to join the class. This is a class. We on a recording, girl. This ain't that.
Hey, pumpkin, how you doing, sweetie? How's everything
Hey,
going?
how y'all doing?
Doing
Good. How are
fine.
you?
I'm doing all right. I love y'all little live screen. I always comment up under y'all live screen.
Oh, thank you, sweetie. Thank you so
No
much.
problem. Y'all make a big influence. I love the way y'all talk and conversate. I be
Oh,
listening to y'all conversations in the background.
well, that's what we're supposed to do. We got to take care of each other because nobody else is doing it, right?
Yes, makes a big
So,
impact on the community, especially the women. Yes,
yeah,
I love
and
it.
I wish it was more women who have the time, and a lot of people sitting at home not doing nothing. But
Yes,
people,
yes,
because these young women have lives, they do other things. They don't have to do this, but they take time out and they want to learn something. And I'm hoping what we're doing can move forward and more people can be involved.
yes,
Because I mean, we need this. We need to be able to talk to each other on this level because we don't do that. People are so caught up in the gossip of each other. Who's doing this?
yes,
We don't have time for this. Mentally, emotionally, Black women really don't have time for all of that. We are dealing
yes,
with so
ma'am.
much, and so this is
Yes,
why
no problem.
yeah, this is
No
why
problem.
this
Because
platform was
it
created.
it definitely makes a big impact, especially on the women, black women as well. Because that's the majority of the problem in today's society is dealing with women.
Yeah.
But I really love y'all that group though. I come
Thank
in,
you
I listen
so
to
much.
every now and then when I can. I'm a full-time mother and I still listen. So it's really no excuses to it.
Oh
But
wow.
I
You
love
ain't
y'all
nothing
that
now.
podcast. I I love y'all at podcast. I really
Oh
do.
man, don't, cause you're gonna make me cry. Stop.
I'm not
Okay.
trying to make you
I
cry. I
know.
truly appreciate you being a big impact, especially on my mom. You know, she
Oh,
goes through a lot, and you really makes a big impact on her. She talks to me as well, and
oh,
let me know all about you and what type of influence you make on her. Big impact. I'm not lying. I really do love y'all
oh my God, I
podcast.
wasn't
Like,
expecting that tonight. Okay,
yes,
okay.
I
I'm
love
gonna
y'all
call you
podcast.
Latasha Junior. I'm gonna call you Latasha Junior. All right.
Okay, I wouldn't mind.
And then she might call you antisocial, you know.
Yeah. I might call you antisocial like I call your mom.
I just be I just be a little shy to speak up, you know,
That's
but
all right. That's
I
all right.
always just love to listen to it, you know, just get a little advice every now and then when I'm feeling down or whenever I just need a little, you know, motivation of the day. Whenever y'all get on y'all podcast, I just always try to make sure I'm in a corner just listening or just around, you know, because
Thank
you
you
help me
so
as
much.
well. I just love the way you just influence and just keep going and keep striving. I really do love y'all the group. I'm not gonna lie.
That is so
It's
awesome.
wonderful. It's beautiful.
Wow, thank you so much. I was not expecting that. Thank you so much. See how I'm having see how we have issues with taking compliments? That's one of those things that we have a problem with, right? Right there.
Yes,
Wow. Thank you
ma'am.
so much. You guys have a great night, and I'll see
You
y'all
too.
over on the other platform.
Good
Yes,
night,
ma'am. Good
everybody.
night.
All right,
Good
sweetie.
night.
Good night. That was awesome.